Hey, today we'll be talking the NBA's role in activism and my pick for the Western Conference champion. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Nathan and let's get right into today's topics. As you probably know, the world has been facing a big issue in regards to racial injustice. My love and support goes out to all those who are fighting against this major issue. We cannot stay silent on this issue, because only when we come together as one race, the human race, can we solve this terrible issue. And over time, the NBA has always been outspoken in this particular issue, and this is how they've been dealing with it now. The NBA Coaches Association has formed a committee on racial injustice and reform. The coaches included are Greg Popovich, Steve Kerr, Doc Rivers, Lloyd Pierce, David Fizdale, Stan Van Gundy, J.B. Bickerstaff, and Quinn Snyder. The NBA players have recently taken to social media to voice their support of the protesters and the many protests going on. Many players themselves have been at protests, such as Jaylen Brown, Enes Kanter, and Steph Curry. Trae Young even made a speech in his hometown on the importance of standing up for what's right and how if we all stand together, we can bring about change. The NBA has always had great activist leaders, from Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to Kobe Bryant and LeBron James. But you don't have to be a star to speak out and support racial equality. I'll put the links to some charities and funds down in the description so you can donate and make a change. Moving on to our next topic, here's my pick for who will win the Western Conference this year. And I believe that the Los Angeles Clippers are taking the Western Conference this year. Some stats to back up my point are that the Clippers are 3rd in offensive rating, 5th in defensive rating, 3rd in defensive rebounding, 4th in offensive rebounding, and 4th again in points per game. But the main reason for me picking the Clippers this year is 2-time Finals MVP, proven assassin when it comes to playoff time, Kawhi Leonard. In last year's finals, Kawhi averaged 28.5 points per game, 4.2 assists, 9.8 rebounds, 2 steals, 1.2 blocks, 43% from the field, and 91% from the charity stripe. To further my point, here are 2 instances where Kawhi dominated his elite competition. First, he shut down prime LeBron in the 2014 finals, and to prove that, here's a quote from an ESPN article. In Game 3, James had a series-high 73 offensive touches, but attempted only 14 shots. James was guarded by Leonard on 65% of the Heat's possessions, with James on the court in Game 3. The most Leonard has defended James in any game this series. Secondly, during last year's Eastern Conference Finals, Kawhi shut down Giannis. And here's a quote from an article by Bleacher Report to prove that. For the series, Giannis has 9 points in the 60 possessions Kawhi has guarded him. The Bucks have 55 points in those possessions. That's 91.7 points per 100 possessions. This postseason, Milwaukee is scoring 111.6 points per 100 possessions. Another major factor for the Clippers is their head coach Doc Rivers, who already has championship pedigree from his 2008 win with the Boston Celtics. They're also one of the toughest teams defensively this year, with talents like Kawhi, Paul George, Montrezl Harrell, and Patrick Beverley. Not to mention a talented bench with guys like Montrezl Harrell, Lou Williams, and Marcus Morris. And to talk about the Clippers' second star, Paul George, I do have some doubts when it comes to his injury-riddled season this year and his 2 early playoff exits in OKC. But with a partner like Kawhi and a team like the Clippers, I think that PG-13 can get back to his MVP season of 28 points per game, 8.2 rebounds, 4.1 assists, 2.2 steals, and a defensive rating of 103.9. And if Paul George can rise to the occasion, I do believe that it will be the Los Angeles Clippers coming out of the West this year. Do you agree with me? Do you think it'll be the Lakers, the Rockets, maybe the Nuggets? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you're notified when our newest video comes out. Thanks again for watching. I'm Nathan, and I'll see you next time.